guys? It is Rob, and I am back with another top 10 video. And today we are going to be talking about my top 10 favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger films. I hope you guys have been enjoying my action star collection videos. I've already done my top 10 Stallone films and talked about some of the movies I have in my collection. And I've talked about my Schwarzenegger movie collection. So now it's time to do a top 10. When it comes to Schwarzenegger films, I like a lot of his older stuff, and some of his newer stuff's great, like The Last Stand and so on, but his older stuff is where it's at for me. I just, there's some underrated gems in there, some really classic films, some of the best action films ever made, with some of the best quotes. So I put together 10 here, and I hope you guys enjoy them. Coming in at number 10 is criminally underrated, like I said in my collection video. This kind of flew underneath the radar. Collateral Damage. I'll give you fucking Collateral Damage! Oh, Arnold. This movie, he basically goes after this terrorist who kills his wife and kid by basically placing a bomb at this building, and it blows everything up, and so his wife and kid basically die. And he goes after this terrorist by himself because the government won't do anything. He goes in there and starts smashing computers and stuff because the government won't do nothing about it. He like infiltrates the base and stuff like that. I mean, this is a really, really cool film. It was the director of The Fugitive, which is another badass film. I mean, that's one of my favorite Harrison Ford films. But I don't think a lot of people, liked this movie, and it kind of baffles me. I just don't really understand why. But to each their own. If you haven't seen Collateral Damage, this is definitely one to check out. So this comes in at number 10 for me. Coming in at number 9 is an awesome film. This is actually considered an action thriller, but there are some horror elements in it because of the gore, the blood, the violence. I've never seen anything like it, especially with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it is End of Days, where he fights the devil. You're a fucking choir boy compared to me! A choir boy! You want to fuck with me, is that right? Oh, like I said, I have a dark heart. Gabriel Byrne, who basically plays the devil, in the beginning scene, he's in the restaurant, he's possessed, he's the devil. He walks up to this lady and just starts making out, and he grabs her boob. And the lady's husband's like, hey, and he's like, what? He's like, what are you gonna do? Like, he's like looking at him like, what? Come on, come on. He basically continues to make out with her, walks out of the restaurant, and it blows up. You don't mess with him. And then you have Arnold, who's basically fighting these people with guns. And this is like a supernatural film. But you feel real bad for Arnold in this movie because he lost his family to a murder. And like the devil basically says, if you stand with me, I can bring all your family back. And then he's like, this isn't real, you're not real, and stuff like that. He stands against the devil. I really love this movie. It's got a great third act. I actually almost cry every time I see the ending to this film. The sacrifice, the revenge, and the good deeds that happen in the third act. There's even a cool alley fight that happens in the dark. But you feel bad for Arnold in this movie and what his character goes through. But it's non-stop thrills and chills, in my opinion. So I saw this in the theater, actually. So that comes in at number 9 for me. Coming in at number 8 is just action-packed. Commando. John Matrix, man. Like I said in my collection video, if they would just make a movie with Stallone and Arnold together and have them be franchise characters in one universe. John Matrix and John Rambo together. That's what this movie is. It's basically like Rambo. He goes after this dictator who kidnaps his daughter. And he's a one-man army. He's a martial arts expert and a colonel. How cool would it be to have him and Rambo together? That's what they needed to do. God damn it. Anyway, Commando. Really action-packed, really awesome. If you haven't seen it, this is definitely an action film to watch, for sure. That is number 8. Coming in at number 7, and this would be higher on the list because I feel, again, this is criminally underrated. But the stuff that I have at the top of the list, you can't beat those. So, coming in at number 7 for me is Raw Deal, directed by John Irvin. This movie is fantastic. It's got a great score. Who did the music? I forgot who did the music. I don't say on here. Anyway, Kaminsky Stomps is actually the main theme of this. But it's really, really good. You got Darren McGavin in this, Sam Wanamaker, Catherine Harold, and you also got Robert Davies in this, who, from the Goonies, played one of the Fratellis. But basically, Arnold goes undercover. He's a cop. He goes undercover to try to fit into this gang, this mob boss, who's basically wanting his money back and stuff. Arnold goes undercover, joins the gang, gets recruited, and starts to try to see what's going on inside. And he also has spies watching him too, so he's got to be careful on things that he says and things that he does because, they might be on to him. I really like this movie a lot. I just love everything about it. Some people haven't even probably seen this or even heard about it, and it's a shame. So, Raw Deal, that comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, Kindergarten Cop. You tell me, who is your daddy and what does he do? Get it? You're not going to have your mama behind you wiping your little tushies? No. It's time to turn this mush into muscle. No more complaining. No more Mr. Gimbal, I have to go to the bathroom. Nothing. There is no bathroom. Kindergarten Cop, directed by Ivan Reitman. I love that director, by the way. This is a classic. I mean, I grew up with this film. It's got a mix of comedy, family, and action all into one. I mean, you got Arnold acting goofy, but at the same time, he's tough. The kids make it funny and more of a family film, but then you got this bad guy, Crisp is what they call him. And, he basically, he's the villain, but he's got this really creepy scene that even today still chills me. When I was a kid, I used to be afraid of it. Arnold is sitting at his desk, right? In the classroom, everyone's asleep, and he's sitting he's sitting at his desk. He looks over on the window. Crisp, he appears and he's moving over like this, and Arnold's like, what? Oh my god. And he starts to pull out his gun really slow, like Crisp does, and he's aiming it at Arnold, and he's like this, and Arnold's like, yeah, and he shoots, and then Arnold wakes up. It was a dream, obviously, and then when he wakes up, he looks at the window and no one's there. I don't know what it is. That part always chilled me because when that happens, it happens in slow motion, but the music plays. It's like dun, 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 dun. The music is great to this as well. I'm trying to. I don't even. Oh, Randy Edelman did the music. Okay, but yeah, definitely a fun movie. Definitely one that I grew up with. Can you believe they made a sequel? They made Kindergarten Cop 2 with Dolph Lundgren. I mean, why? Have Arnold come back. Anyway, that's number 6. Coming in at number 5 is a very complex movie where Arnold is a construction worker, and he basically goes to this place called Recall, and it's Total Recall. Go to this place to get implants of artificial memory so he can remember visiting Mars, where they have human inhabitants actually. And there's like this back and forth thing with the secret agent. I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but there's a lot of twists in this movie, especially with Sharon Stone, who's hot, by the way, in this. But the effects in this are just so good. And it's so crazy, some of the stuff that they show. The guy who ends up on the red planet, on Mars' surface, and what happens to him. Just, there's so many cool scenes, and everyone remembers stuff like that. The effects is really what does it. And I just love the premise that you don't watch the remake. Do not watch the remake. Watch this, okay? This is the one you need to watch right here. That's number 5. Coming in at number 4, Predator. Now this would probably be higher on my list, but I have better ones. But Predator is awesome. I mean, who hasn't seen Predator? You've been pushing too many pencils? If it bleeds, we can kill it. Come on! Kill me! I'm right here! Do it now! Come on! Come on! Get to the chopper! Do it now! Kill me! Carl Weathers, Shane Black. What were you doing, Shane Black, when you were directing The Predator? Anyway, this movie's badass. One of the best science fiction action films ever made. And I love it. Number 4. Coming in at number 3. This movie is just so awesome. I love the cast. I love the story. And the action. True Lies. How long have you been a spy, Harry? Now lay on the bed and close your eyes. No, no, no. Done it wrong. Do it. Do so. Do it very slowly. Good. Now lay on the bed and close your eyes. What are we talking about here? Pussy, right? Let's face it, Harry. The vet gets them wet. But that's not enough. If you want to really close escrow, well, you gotta have an angle. I suppose you have an angle. Haha, it's killer. I mean, look at me. I'm not much to look at. No, I can be honest. But I got them lining up. And not just the skanks either. Well, some of them are. Bill Paxton, rest in peace. He was fantastic. What a spy, peed himself up? Huh? Oh, mercy, sir. Oh, this movie, directed by James Cameron. This movie is excellent. Tom Arnold's funny. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh. Jamie Lee Curtis is hot. And you know what scene I'm talking about. She gives us a little strip tease. Laurie Strode giving us a little strip tease. The action sequences are top notch. The whole third act where he gets in that jet, that's awesome. So, this comes in at number 3 for me, True Lies. And they need a Blu-ray release of this, by the way. Coming in at number 2, one of the best action films ever made. And quite possibly the best sequel to any film. It's one of the best sequels ever made. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Call to John. Call to John now. Why don't you tell the kid to get rid of that fucking mutt? This movie, I remember watching this when I was younger, and I was hooked. I was always afraid of T-1000. Robert Patrick, whenever he would run and whenever he would stick his finger out like that and the pointy, you know, the spike that would come out, I'm like, you know, what if he was really after me? What would I do? I mean, he had some of the coolest powers. I like how he could like morph into stuff, into like liquid metal, and like imitate other people. I just really like that. But Arnold looked the best in this, man. He was really cool looking. I just loved his leather outfit. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. You forgot to say please. Ooh! This movie is great. Linda Hamilton, Edward Furlong, James Cameron directed it. Fantastic. What more do I even need to say about that movie that hasn't already been said? Now we get to my favorite, #1 Arnold film. And I think you can already guess what that is. The Terminator. The Terminator is like a classic. It's like a perfect film for me. It's got the action. It's got the thrills and chills. It's got a great story. I love the acting in this. Arnold is a murderer, man. It's like a horror film. It's a very, very dark film and gritty. Like, oh, I love it so much. You know, you have Sarah Connor, who's basically being stalked by this random dude who has been sent back to kill her. And, of course, he's a Terminator, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then Michael Biehn, who plays Kyle Reese, gets sent back to stop him. And just a normal human has been sent back to stop the Terminator. And so, like, and it's funny because throughout the film he gets hurt. Like, he gets wounded, and like he gets hurt, and like it's really kind of inspirational just to see him like go against this machine who just doesn't stop no matter what. Sarah Connor, yes. I love the effects in this movie. I love the gunfights, the chases. Just everything about this movie is just awesome. The whole police station raid where Arnold goes in the police station and starts shooting the place up with those huge guns. And of course, you know, Kyle Reese basically impregnates Linda Hamilton in this. And then, of course, you know, the result is John Connor. But the Terminator. When it comes to Arnold Schwarzenegger, what roles is he best known for? I mean, let's just face it. The Terminator, you know, besides Predator, he is known for the Terminator the most. I mean, they're already making a new Terminator now with Arnold in it. I didn't really care for Terminator Genesis, and Arnold wasn't even really in Terminator Salvation. He was just, there was like a CGI old Arnold or whatever, but, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger actually was not in that film. But, yeah, when you think of Arnold, you're going to automatically think Terminator. So, to me, that's what he's best known for, and that's my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film. So there you go. Just my opinion, my top 10 favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger films. Let me know in the comments what your top 10 favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger films are. Or do a video response. I also have my top 10 Stallone films. If you feel like commenting on that video what's your top 10 Stallone films, definitely do so. Or make a video response. I'd love to hear your guys' you know, your top 10 movies. Alright, so next I have quite a few that I'm working on. Bruce Willis, Kurt Russell, Tom Cruise, Jean-Claude Van Damme, John Travolta, Harrison Ford. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next. We'll just have to wait and see. But stay tuned. It's Rob signing off. See you in the next one.